Hey, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Felix. I'm a YouTube content creator from Indonesia. Okay, today I'm going to react to Ultra Vegito Kills Arak, God of Universe 5. I'm kinda shocked to see this because if you follow my reaction, the previous episode I already deducted that Ultra Vegito will find the second of the strongest, second of the five strongest, and so on and so forth. Why should he go to the Gods of Destruction, which is much weaker than one of the five which he has defeated? I'm wondering that, but I thought that this is an old video, but then I check and recheck it 7 hours ago when I'm reacting it. So basically I just wanna see on how Arch create the plot and why Vegito wanna encounter a god of destruction after fighting and winning against a creature that is much stronger than a god of destruction. But let's just see. Or is this still a quest of Ultra Vegito, even though he's weak, but indeed the one responsible for the death of his friends and the people of Earth is the god of destruction. So either way, he'll just crush one by one, and then falling up, he'll just crush all the five strongest until he finds Daishinkan and Zeno. So I'm truly interested about this, but without further ado, let's just jump into the video. Let's go, let's check, and let's react. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Remember, before we could, which is already in
Oh, wait.
Gems and Mothman. I'll see
Okay.
you there.
Okay.
So our story continues with the God Killer Vegito
God Killer.
left all alone in the aftermath of his explosion of power.
Yeah, he wins, he takes the sword, and he becomes full-fledged Majin.
In the middle now of a wasteland of destruction, absolutely covered in a raucous of black lightning. Having just now, of course, absorbed the first of the five strongest.
Okay.
And for a moment, Vegito looks down in deep thought, in a moment of silence, completely unaware that all around him, the rest of the Z fighters that were once around him, including the Supreme Kai, are still nowhere to be seen. Before he then lets out, once more I escaped the grips of death.
Okay.
That was close. It almost doesn't seem real. I made it out in one piece.
Because of Boo.
Guts. So this is the kind of power the Grand
Priest will have. Okay.
The solemn and reflective mood, though, doesn't last long before Vegito raises
Because he is happy.
Because
he is happy to have a God's power.
What matters in the end is that I am alive. The ultimate avenger remains. So too does the death sentence of the gods. But my, this energy you gave me, gods. It's so pure, so perfect.
He's
I
happy.
think the power of the angels was the strongest I could ever get. The key to defeating Zeno. But how wrong I was.
Because the strongest. The five strongest. The five strongest.
But once he looks down to his right arm, though, he remembers that he is still holding on to the mysteriously powerful sword of the first of the five.
Yeah.
And staring at it, he comments, "And this, I almost forgot your energy wasn't the only
gift you left me, gods.
A blade so sharp it could cut through not only me, but the five strongest in the multiverse. As if he were butter. You did mention that even Zeno feared this blade. Before immediately, as if playing with a new toy, tossing it into the sky with ease, sending it spinning rapidly in the air, cutting through the atmosphere like a helicopter's rotors. Before inevitably falling down and perfectly being caught in the palm of the God Killer's hand.
Okay, and
Now
then?
looking to the giant sword in his possession with his side eye, Vegito continues. And the reason for that is why.
Yeah.
A demon emperor
They're
locked
locked inside, did he say?
Exactly what even is that? And
Hmm.
why was he so fearful of whatever that was? The only demon I ever knew was
The
Dabura.
Bora.
He was a demon king, wasn't he? And he didn't exactly last too long with me. Even Gohan as a kid could have dealt with him. That swordsman must have just been losing his mind. He did say he'd lived for even longer than the gods.
Okay.
But despite reassuring himself, Vegeta would then hold out the blade further, looking it up and down before letting out. But losing his mind or not, I must see
This emperor for myself. Okay.
Call me cocky, but right now, I need something to test this new power on. I feel unbeatable, and I'm practically itching to unleash it in a meaningful way.
Okay.
But just how do I even get this damn demon out?
Oh, okay.
Eventually, though, a thought comes to Vegito, as he adds, I guess if he's trapped in the sword, it has to be the same kind of deal as what happened with the
Elder Kai.
If I remember correctly, the Supreme Kai summoned Kachin, the hardest known metal in the
In the
universe.
universe.
And one swing of the Z-sword was all it took to snap in half and free him. With an angel staff in my possession, I'm sure I can pull off the same.
So he'll
Market wizard
summon
Larry
Kachin.
Benedict is one of the few experts who accurately predicted the
He'll summon a Kachin or what? Is this sword the same? Just
Come to me! And just like that, Vegito summons back the angel staff that was once formerly owned by Whis.
by Whis. Okay.
And with an authoritative tap on the ground, Vegeta would then strike the bottom of his staff onto the ground below, creating a soothing bell tone through the air until, just like that, a large
okay.
solid block of Kachin, the toughest and strongest metal known in the multiverse, is
Okay.
then summoned in the sky before the God Killer.
Oh,
And slowly, as Vegito makes his angel staff now disappear after completing its task, the intimidatingly large cube of Kachin heads closer and closer towards Vegito. Come! Before with a commanding tone, Vegito smirking, confidently then summons the metal object with his hand to move to him properly, as he says under his breath, let us see what the blade of destruction is truly.
yeah. Can he cut the
And
strongest?
just like that, on command,
Strongest
the
in the
unfathomably heavy block of
multiverse.
Kachin rushes towards the God Killer with insane speed,
Hmm.
looking like
Okay.
a complete blur before him until
He'll use the blade.
Vegito in quick response then holds tight to the sword handle with all his might and swings the blade backwards like a baseball bat, ready to
Okay,
attempt to slice
now,
the Kachin in
will it
half
break
fruitlessly, and
or
thus
will
break
the
sword
Kachin
in half
break?
as expected.
If the sword breaks just because of a Kachin, oh my god, I'm just overestimating the sword. So it seemed like this sword is someone on the Z level. If it can break just with the same Kachin. If it needs like maybe 100 or 1,000 Kachin to break it, then I'll acknowledge. But if just one Kachin it requires to break it, so it's just the same anyway with a Z sword. Like how cool,
Time to get you out of there, demon!
how not so cool about that?
As Vegeta then braces himself in perfect stance, his Godslayer blade now within touching distance to the still unstoppable Kachin until, unbelievably, the
Oh.
once more unbreakable block
Yeah, it's just
of
cutting.
Kachin is sliced clean in half.
It's
Immediately
just cut.
after that, the two sides of the block erase, also under the power of Hakai.
Yeah,
You're kidding me!
the
This thing
Kachin
could do what the Z-sword
sword
couldn't,
couldn't.
leaving Vegito stunned into near silence as his whole reality and understanding of how strong this blade was then comes into complete question.
Because a Kachin is strongest in the multiverse is just sweet like a butter.
And in the aftermath, Vegeta just stands in silence, looking down at what is now just thin air, staring down at the drooping blade, which hasn't got a dent on it, as he says, "This blade, what is it? Not even Kachin can stop it. Maybe I was too optimistic. But how could the Supreme Kai and Kibito have had so much faith in the Z-Sword and not know of whatever this is? Well, I guess it matters not now." Before Vegito then begins smiling once more, changing his tune as he then holds the blade forward before him, with one hand firmly gripped on either side as he looks on at it and continues, "After all, if striking the strongest metal in the multiverse can't break this thing, then all we have to do is let the strongest mortal in the multiverse try his hand instead."
Okay.
Oh,
he wants a break.
Even further and
He wants a break.
his near endless energy, surrounding himself in a sparkling black lightning as the ground and rocks around him
He wants to
begin
break
rumble
the
and
sword.
levitate slowly into the air. And soon as the weight of the power increases even further, even his feet begin to break the very ground of the planet below, shattering it into many pieces. But with the increase in power, Vegito soon realizes that despite it, the sword remains steadfast, not bending in the slightest as he thinks, "Odd, I can't even feel this thing tremble. Surely power like this should have done something by now."
He is
Enough
mad.
of this.
He is mad.
You will bend to my will, sword.
He is mad.
Causing Vegito in a burst of rage and frustration to unleash what seems like his full power, as his eyes and mouth all burst wide open. And from afar, this is especially apparent when Vegito's burst of energy was like a roaring fire in the furnace, blasting into the sky itself, dismantling what's left of the surrounding areas. And eventually, this culminates in a truly mass explosion, as Vegito's uncontainable power bursts out even further.
Okay.
Of course, nothing but thick smoke is seen once the energy dissipates, and there is a calming silence. But once the smoke too is all gone, what is left behind is a giant crater where Vegito's energy had eaten away at the surface of the planet.
Okay. Don't tell me the sword didn't break at all, right? The sword
In the
didn't
middle of
break.
it all, though, is what seems like a partially exhausted Vegito, still staring at the unmoved blade in complete
The
disbelief.
blade
Muttering
don't
out,
break
You
at
want my
all.
team to build you an e-commerce store, populate it with products from my top brands. Yeah.
"This is unbelievable. This thing just withstood near enough my full power. Could have gone a little further, but it would have been no use. This sword, it's not moving even at the molecular level." Before immediately without warning, like guts before him, he then slams the sword into the ground, resting on it with his body weight as he catches his breath once more. But looking down with a sweat, revealing just how hard the God Killer was indeed trying in his attempt to break it, Vegito finally lets out, "For something so thin and light, just how could it be this strong? Weapons of the gods like this? Or could it be that just whatever's inside this is even
Stronger than me."
But trying to bat away such a thought, Vegito then grunts out, "Don't be ridiculous. Holy magical warriors, with their holy magical,
Magical
swords.
swords.
Probably some kind of weird seal preventing it from being broken. That's all. And that's all there is to it.
He don't want to believe
Before Vegito then begins lifting his
that
left
this
hand
demon
and
is stronger
continuing,
or what.
Besides, whatever this blade is, it's mine now. The stronger it is, the more useful it will be against
It's
those.
those two. Okay.
Before eventually raising his arm right into the sky and immediately creating a time portal. But just as fast, Vegito moves his arm again and opens a second portal right in front. I'll make use of you one day. Before quickly tossing the blade,
Oh, it's tossing one time portal for the sword because he don't need that sword anyway. So he'll use his own power
into
now.
the unknown timeline. And with that
So where does he toss that sword? Oh, it will create some new story about it.
said, Vegeta would then approach quickly the final time portal in front of him, saying as he steps foot, now, it's finally time to get
Oh yeah, he don't go against to the 5 strongest. He continue to dismantling the gods again.
back to dismantling the gods. Huh. Or at least what's left of them. Before eventually disappearing just as swiftly as the blade of destruction before him.
Okay.
But soon the scene shifts to a strange but familiar toddler-like creature holding a tablet that is
Ooh.
indeed watching Vegito's every move.
Zeno.
And when the scene zooms out, it is of course an
Zeno.
awestruck Zeno, with his carefully watching royal guard in the background. As with a youthful yell, the Omni King says, "Wow, Son Goku has gotten really strong now, hasn't he?
He's happy.
With that cool sword
Sword
guy.
guy.
He used to be so much fun to watch, and now Son Goku has his power too. Doesn't that make him nearly as strong as you now, Dai?" Soon revealing that this Dai character was actually referring to the Dai Shinken himself.
Daishinkan.
As the Grand Priest reacts, stronger than me? Under
He is
his
mad.
breath, the Dai Shinken would then bow his head, and with a visibly triggered face would whisper, "Don't be ridiculous.
This.
No, Zeno-sama, he isn't quite on my level yet.
Yet.
You know firsthand that nobody's power entertains you more than mine. Isn't that right, my lord? I'm afraid that Saiyan has a long way to go still,
Oh.
even if he somehow managed to
Deal with gods.
And in response to this, with an innocent smile, Zeno would say back, you're right, Dai. I've never had more fun than when I watch you fight. You're the coolest ever. But Son Goku is pretty fun to watch
too.
You should really send the rest of the 5 strongest to fight him. Just
Oh.
like you did with Guts.
Oh, he is
Before
mad.
suddenly Zeno's tone and mannerisms change,
He changed.
creating
But
a dark
what?
atmosphere, and Zeno then says coldly, looking at the Grand Priest without blinking, "If you ever try to ruin my
Oh, he is mad with the Grand Priest.
thinking,
He is mad with the Grand Priest.
ever try to
Ruin
ruin my fun behind my back again, you will be sent to the same
Oh, as your
place
brother.
as your brother."
Oh my god, even the Grand Priest is frightened.
Not fair! Leaving the Grand Priest for the
Oh
first
my
time in
God.
the series in complete fear and paralysis, as his trembling body can't help but move involuntarily as he whispers, Yes, my lord.
He is friend of
The
Zeno.
rest of the 5 at once. Please, forgive me.
He is frightened.
But soon,
He is friend of. Okay, this is shocking me. This is shocking me. Zeno to be like that.
Once
Wow.
again, the scene shifts to an
Zeno is that strong, huh? Even Grand Prix that has that amount of authority is really afraid of Zeno.
like apparitions standing atop one of them. But as
Doctors, nurses, and engineers who have ever dreamed of living in Australia now have an opportunity.
As we move in closer,
Hmm.
it is revealed to be Arak, god of
Oh.
destruction of Universe 5, meditating peacefully behind a makeshift fire, while his
With
angel,
his angel.
Goku, stands silently behind.
How can they win against Ultra Vegito? I mean, like, Ultra Vegito is just beating Guts, which is much stronger than God of Destruction, and he's Angel. So what can Arak do when he fights Ultra Vegito?
With a hint of trepidation, the angel would let out, "My lord, I am afraid Lord Jin,
Jin
has
has
now
now fallen to...
You remain now as one of the last three gods, and I remain as one of the last three
angels.
Inevitably, the God Killer will be coming for us next. If not today, it will be tomorrow.
Oh,
How do
okay.
you choose to proceed? Do you want me to summon our universe's greatest warriors in response?" But Arak, seemingly unbothered and still with his eyes closed deep in meditation, would just say back, "No.
Oh,
Sullying those innocent warriors with our debt will do nobody any favors.
okay.
Unnecessary bloodshed is not what I desire. When he arrives, we will stand tall as the gods we are, and face this evil head
Head on. Oh, okay.
Fearful Cookatail, we have faced far worse in the past.
Okay.
The likes of Lucifer.
Oh,
This
Lucif again and
character
again.
is still just a
Again and again. Lucif.
But just
Okay,
as
he
Arak
appeared.
says this, in front of both the god and angel, a time portal suddenly opens, much to the shock of the duo. And of course, a familiar
Ultra
voice steps
Vegito.
out and says, "Just the mortal." At this point, I'm not even surprised you gods still say that like it's an insult. Just another example of your contempt for those you rule over. But I do have a question.
Who is
After
Lucif?
everything I've done, everything you've seen, can you really not tell by now? I am not mortal anymore! As a base Vegito is finally revealed in
With a
monstrous
cell tail.
sight.
With
On
a
his
cell
left
tail.
arm, his cell tail is let loose, while on his right, completely, it has become a loose wave of signature pink margin goo. As the once pure Saiyan showcases his tri-hybrid android margin and Saiyan body.
Oh,
Before, with his head down and with a truly inhumane and beastly look,
Oh
Vegito
my God,
calmly
okay.
commands, "Now, give this mortal the energy he
deserves.
But Arak, seemingly still unbothered, just quickly gets onto his feet, his arms behind his back, as with an almost disinterested tone, he says,
Okay.
"So this is that Universe 7
Seven Saiyan
What on earth was beerus doing allowing such a creature to
to
thrive?
strive.
He
Okay.
does seem different now, however. It seems he's undergone some changes while I was meditating.
Okay.
Kukatail, what is the meaning of this?" To which the contrastingly nervous-looking angel would just say back while not taking his eyes off Vegito, "Honestly, you don't want to know, my lord. I've been in meditation for a long,
A long time.
preparing that ability. But just know, the God Killer now is not someone to take lightly.
Take lightly. Okay.
Enough! Both of you die here! But not willing to waste a single second more, Vegito launches a completely
Oh.
attack, as both his cell tail and Margin Buku extend straight out of his arms at speed. What? Cougar-tail, watch out! Leaving both Arak and his angel attendant stunned to attention, whether they
Because Vegito directly want to
with
absorb.
Vegito switching his arms,
He don't care about the
making
fight
sure
anymore
Cell
with
Tail
these
would
two.
head for the angel, while the boo portion would reach Arak,
Okay.
attempting for the first time to absorb two divine entities at the same time. But of course, such a straightforward attack was hardly going to be enough for a god, let alone an angel. And
Okay.
both Arak and Cougar-tail jumped straight into the air, looking below at the failed attack of Vegeta. What?
Oh, using a time
Right
portal.
above the angel, a time portal instantly opens, a void into the unknown, but with a certain object about to poke out. Huh? What is that? Wait, no.
Time portal.
No! But as Cougar-tail begins to see whatever this object is, he begins to shudder in panic and confusion, not being able to understand how it had now appeared right in front of him.
Oh, the cell tail
And
appear.
out of the portal, a slow-moving cell tail is inexplicably then revealed, along with Vegito's laughing voice, and not for long before...
Boom! Crushing Cougar-tail, man. Like the god of the destruction of Universe 5 don't even get a chance to like crush Vegito at all. Previously at the beginning, Vegito still have somewhat of a battle, then tries to win and everything. Now, God of Destruction and Angel is just his plaything. Just come, absorb, go, come, absorb, go. Don't even let him fight anymore. It's just that way now.
voice, and not for long before...
Boom, crushing Cougar-tail
the
directly.
ridiculous speed
In the
too fast
eye.
for even an angel after Vegito's recent power increase.
Yeah, because after he becomes Majin, he becomes full-fledged Majin, then he absorbs gods much stronger, much faster than an angel-like
And even
level.
the cell tail stabs straight through the forehead of Cougar-tail.
Oh, forehead, I thought the eye.
Oh, get off! But unbelievably, despite piercing right through his skull, Cougar-tail somehow remains sentient, struggling as much as he can with all his might to remove the absorption device, with him having seen plenty of times now.
He
what it will
knows.
soon do to him.
He'll do absorb. He'll absorb.
Cougar-tail! And of course his destroyer student, watching on, would only stare with a look of panic, not knowing what was even happening.
Okay.
In the wild, this man's life is a constant struggle.
But before Arak could figure anything out, the gruesome absorption of the divine...
Yeah,
being
it's
was
starting
complete.
already.
As
Oh,
Cougar-tail's
it's complete.
once bulky
I
figure
thought
reduced
it's just
down to
started.
nothing but a shell of his former self, resembling more fine leather than an angel from above. And viciously, like a snake dragging its prey back into its den, the cell tail retracts back just as fast into the time portal, dragging the angel's lifeless body along with it until both then disappear along with the time portal that was once there.
Okay. Alright.
What have you done to him? Causing the god of destruction to become enraged as he flexes what little muscles he has and yells, "How dare you take him? Bring him back! I find you, I will!" Huh?
When I find you, I will boom, Bajin Boo Goo.
A look of shock approaches his face. Where the hell did you go?
He is gone.
As he soon realizes, just like with his angel, not a trace of Vegeta remains around him anymore either, leaving the god bemused. Open your eyes wider, fool! A helping hand in the form of Vegito's voice calls from somewhere on the battlefield. Why you? Running already, are we? Making the god instantly turn with rage, ready to spot wherever the god killer was hiding. How did you?
Oh.
But unfortunately, Vegeta was far from hiding.
Vegeta will become a
To
giant.
the surprise of Arak, the base form Vegito appears right in front of the destroyer, smiling in
Oh,
his face as he goes. Running? That's a funny way to describe me waiting
right behind you.
Now, what were you saying? When you find me, you were going to do what exactly?
Exactly.
You ugly freak. To which the muttering in horror Arak would just whisper, Cookatail, what have you done with him, you vile beast? Bring him here at once!
Oh,
To which a now giggling with confidence Godkiller would just then reply, oh, how adorable! You just want to see your dear
master again, don't you?
Well, lucky for you, I can have that arranged. Feel free to say a final goodbye, but just don't expect him to say
Much, because he's been absorbed.
back. Before immediately his left eye goes black and activates a certain ability. Huh? What is he doing now? Leaving the confused Arak to just watch on nervously,
Okay.
not knowing whether the Saiyan was bluffing or not. Lord Arak. But from the side of
Cockatail.
the destroyer, a familiar voice that could only belong to one divine being calls out to him. And cautiously, the sweating Arak would then slowly turn his eye to the side until...
Boom.
Cookatail! In a traumatic scene, Cookatail is indeed brought back to the side of his god of destruction, but now under the control of
Oh, it's not as Cockatail, but it's as a shadow figure.
Vegito.
Under
And
control
also
of Vegito.
nothing more than an energy apparition.
Energy apparition.
God. What's wrong? I thought you wanted to say goodbye.
It's an angel apparition of
What have you
Cockatail.
done? You dare use him like a mere
Toy.
Instantly now turning from fear into rage, the god raises his back. Moving quickly then towards Vegito, with his arm cocked back, ready to attack. But looking down, Vegeta would only meet this with a smile, saying, oh, so you want to say goodbye to me?
To me instead, do you? Okay.
Go for it. But unfortunately,
Oh, finally, Arak got one time punch.
Vegito, nothing but a dull thud is heard in response. Are you sure you even care about that angel? Just what was that supposed to be?
It's so weak.
Don't get cocky! Yeah! Immediately then launching into a flurry of kicks and punches, all at hyper speed, against the torso of Vegito. But just like before, they don't seem to be doing much against the flinchless god.
Okay. Even Vegeta is
Can
yawning
you
now.
hurry up already and start trying? All this tickling is sending me to sleep.
He's sleeping. Arak has tried, man.
His tracks as he eventually realizes the futility of his attacks. Just thinking to himself, what is going on here? Did he somehow manage to absorb my energy
too.
Why are my attacks doing nothing? Aren't I at full strength? You are at full strength, my ugly little friend. Instantly being interrupted by a giggling Vegito, who explains further.
But he's just that strong. Your full strength is just so weak now.
Apapun menunya.
The only problem
Though,
is I'm just on a
just in
totally
different level now.
You now are as weak to me,
To me.
as the millions of Earthlings you murdered were to you. But this comment only creates annoyance and anger with Arak, as he grimaces and retorts, preposterous. this is the kind of warrior Beerus had in his universe?
Okay.
There's no way. Such power would have increased their
Their
mortal
mortal level.
far beyond the other universes. At this rate, if physical attacks will have no effect, then I'd have to get rid of him the only way a
Hakai.
destroyer knows how.
Hakai.
Web of Arak!
Oh, web of
Without
Arak.
warning, Arak opens his mouth wide open, along with the 4 whiskers on each side of his face.
Web
Flaring
of
up and
Arak?
releasing
What's that?
simultaneously a strange golden web of aura in all directions, one straight for Vegeta. Immediately launching the mysterious web straight at him as he stands still, just either frozen in shock or just without fear. For a minute though, as it approaches, he does wonder momentarily. What is this? Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
What? But despite the underestimation of Arak's web, once it hits, Vegito himself completely is trapped to attention, with his arms and legs binded towards his body. Why won't this budge? And unbelievably, even when Vegito attempts to struggle free, nothing moves.
Okay.
Damn it! Did I make a mistake here? This thing, it's strong!
Yeah.
Even the God Killer now with a panicked look stares at the eyes of the destroyer before him.
Okay. He's happy.
And approaching the God Killer now with the tables turned is Arak, who cockily lets out his arms behind his back. Not so tough now,
Are
are
you
you
saying?
Of course you wouldn't be able to break through this mortal wall. It is, after all, something not even the
The
Daishinken
Daishinken.
could free himself.
Oh, the Daishinken.
What?
Oh my god, the
Instantly
Daishinken.
Vegito questions. What do you mean? What's powering this thing? Twister now smiling widely, Arak would say back, my. You're very curious for one on the
Cusp
death.
of death.
This web is the 2,000-year-old web of my
Being.
being.
Oh.
Powered and strengthened by my energy for millennia.
Oh.
Each and every time I meditated, I poured more of my energy into this. Today, that energy within this web would be enough to stop anyone.
Anyone. Oh.
Just I never thought there would be such a fool brazen enough to stand still for us. Your overconfidence will be your downfall.
Okay.
And with complete disrespect, as Arak gets closer, he smacks the God Killer right across the face, while yelling, "Dirty scum!" Leaving Vegito's cheek bruised, a single line of blood oozed down from his mouth. But not finished yet, the god would carry on with a look of rage.
Okay.
You disgust me. I wanted to save this attack one day.
One day, okay.
Fight my best friend in one final battle before I retired. But you killed him before that could
Oh. His angel.
ever happen.
His angel.
You killed Jin.
Oh, Jin. Oh, Jin. I thought it's his angel, but it's Jin.
But on hearing this, a strange sense of accomplishment comes to Vegeta, as a sinister smile emerges and he laughs. That fish face was your friend.
Fish face.
Poor you. You should have heard how he screamed in his final moments. More like a baby than a god. But at least you know now just how it feels to lose the people
Closest to you.
Shut up! But quickly to interject, Arak moves his palm at speed towards Vegito's face, at first looking like another slap, but his hand just stops short until... Hakai!
Oh.
With with the chant of
I thought what technique? It's just a hakai.
Arak screams to the
Hakai? I don't think it will work on Vegito. Now he's much stronger. How can a hakai work with Vegito?
initially leaving Vegito
I will not believe this bluff. Like every time Vegito is just so shocked and just he survived. I don't care about the hakai anymore.
with the attack.
He is much stronger. He is winning against gods. If he can be hakai, Vegito is just weak. I don't care
Soon
anymore.
Vegito's entire face is lost in the light as he just mutters quietly. Before immediately,
Again, no again.
Vegito's entire body
Don't
is
care.
engulfed completely by a concentrated ball of hakai. As from the outside, Vegito appears as nothing more than a muddied silhouette, but inside. A blood-curdling scream is heard by none other than Vegito, who seemingly bears the complete brunt of the hakai, his whole body tense and open wide as his yells seem to be never-ending.
Right. Vegito is smiling.
That is until Vegito stops pretending.
Vegito don't
Instead,
is
a
just
truly
pretending, man.
unfazed and menacing smirk
Vegito is just
appears as the
pretending,
Saiyan
man.
lets out, "Sorry, but I can't even bring myself to
To
pretend,
pretend anymore.
I was losing
My voice.
But suffice to say, this level of
Destruction?
is nothing to me now.
Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah, right. It's nothing. Right? He is just so strong, man.
Witnesses a mortal completely. The power
Because he's so weak. He's so weak in comparison to Vegito. Your Hakai
How's
technique
my
will.
Hakai not even damaging him. Hakai!
He Hakai again.
And almost as if he was restarting an engine, Arak resorts to intensifying his Hakai even further, in hopes this time
It will
he
work.
begin erasing Vegeta.
It will not work
But
anymore.
of course, this is far from the case, as the trap still in the web Vegito just continues to smile and in perfect condition. Now with a growing smile and baring his teeth, as if excited by the feeling, the God Killer lets out. Listen, you wrinkled snail. Scream as much as you want. This isn't going to work. All you're doing right now is giving me a little burn.
Yeah.
Glorified tan.
10.
And it's starting to get a little uncomfortable. So
Okay.
I'll tell you this once. Quiet down now before something bad
Bad
happens.
happens.
Hakai!
He Hakai again. He don't care.
But undeterred, the god just continues his destruction, now morphing his face as he roars to his highest decibel and unleashes the full power of his Hakai.
He don't
The
care.
Hakai now becoming so large and concentrated that now even Vegito is completely unseen from the outside. But of course on the inside, Vegito appears still, but the Hakai seems to now have an effect as he looks to the top of his head and says, "Not bad. Seems this worm has enough energy to at least begin erasing my
Using my hair.
but I told him to stop. And now, he will learn the
The hard way. He'll crush Arak.
What? As shockingly, almost in an instant that Vegito says those ominous words, a sharp slice appears across the neck of the destroyer.
He
But
cuts
it's
the
not
neck
quite
of
clear
Arak.
where from.
It's from Vegito, of course. It cuts Arak from body to head.
Arak's head is lopped clean off, separating in a flurry of blood from his spurting torso. Until finally the course is clear. In the distance, stopping finally, is the blade of destruction.
Oh, the blade of destruction.
By the first of the 5 strongholds.
Oh, blade of destruction. He called the blade of destruction.
Almost to add insult to injury, almost simultaneously,
He just
Vegito
cuts the
bursts
web.
from the so-called web of Arak,
Huh.
and shamelessly yells,
The web is just so weak.
"And what would you
Trap.
anytime I wanted to after.
Because it's just so weak.
Now it's time to finish you before you stop breathing, snail. Don't you die on me. As the God Killer, now putting in effort for the first time, yells as he makes his move and immediately grabs the still barely functioning skull of the Destroyer with force,
He
before
crushed
instantly
Arak.
sapping the energy from within him. So fast, it almost appears as if Vegito had unleashed the touch of death. Callously then dropping the deceased skull as he comments unimpressed. What pathetic
Take energy.
compared to gods. The energy of these gods and angels
Angels.
is disgusting.
Yeah, of course.
Desire something far greater. And almost in a payback of disrespect to being slapped earlier, Vegito then begins licking the blood off his chin, to then
He puked
spitting it
to
back
Arak.
out onto the dead face of Arak. Hakai!
And then he hakai.
Before, of course, then following up with his own signature hakai, erasing Arak on the spot, sending his being to never be seen ever again.
Yeah.
And now, all alone in Universe 5,
It's just that easy, man. Now we're raising God of Destruction and Angel. It's just so easy peasy lemon squeezy for Vegito. It's not a challenge anymore.
With a small thud. And then looking into the air solemnly, he then lets out in deep thought.
If he still continue for the quest of the gods, I think it's just will be like this because it's so easy for him. He needs to find the second of the 5 strongest or else he won't get any more challenge.
The final days are
Are
coming.
coming.
Now even the gods and angels are mere ants before. Could I beat the grand priest as I am now?
You need to find the second,
I
third.
think I could. But if what God said was true,
Yeah.
about 4 others,
He needs to find the second of the 5
not
strongest
even
first.
including that midget being far stronger than him, then I don't know anymore. But what I do know is, I need more of the
Energy of the 5. He needs to go.
Come to me! And poignantly, after talking about the 5, Vegito lifts out his arm and calls
He'll
for
go
blade
to the
gods.
second of the strongest of the 5.
And with a
second of the
speedy
5
burst of
strongest.
light, the impossibly sharp blade follows his command and shoots straight to him. But just as the blade gets close, suddenly it is interrupted halfway through.
Whiffed by the second of the 5 strongest, I think.
Struck by something that also sounds metallic in nature, leading to the blade of destruction spinning out of control before stabbing into the ground nearby.
It's the second of the 5 strongest, I think, up here.
Shocked at first, having not sensed a single other being in the vicinity, before immediately turning his head quickly to see just who it could be, yelling, "And whose death wish is it now? Another of the 5? But as
Another of the
Vegito looks
5.
into
Wait.
the distance, he can barely make out what the small figure is. That is until we zoom in, and on his one knee, sheathing back
Who
the
is
sword
that?
he used to strike away the blade of destruction, is an adult
Oh my god,
looking
Trunks!
trunk.
It's a
From
Trunks!
where, we don't know yet, but as he stands up tall, he's revealed to be wearing a large long coat and hair reminiscent of the Celso.
It's Trunks! Wait, what? What is Trunks doing here?
Trunks!
What is Trunks doing here?
Of course, once Vegito sees this,
Oh my
he too
god.
is left as confused and
Trunks?
shocked as the rest of us. But that was it for today.
Wait, what Trunks? Is Trunks the second of the 5 strongest? This Trunks from different universe? If he's just a Trunks, I don't think he can deflect the blade of destruction to make it wobble and make it like lose its control. This Trunks is something else. His blade is strong to can even just clash against the Blade of Destruction. Who is this
If you
Trunks?
made it this far, leave me a hashtag,
Hashtag
in
Trunks!
the comments
I don't
down below
know.
and let- Is he from? Is he friend or foe? Find out in 1 week.
Trunks.
Or just video fully
Wait, what
voice acted,
Trunks?
soundtracked, and edited for you to enjoy with over 4,400 the fan mongers.
Wait, Trunks? This just the most around best Dragon Ball characters, fan made, nothing more. At this point, bro, I really think they need to hire you. There's no way that this isn't better than the actual Dragon Ball series. Yeah, I'm truly agreed. This is objectively speaking. I've watched the Dragon Ball Superhero, and in comparison to this, man, I can predict what's going on for Dragon Ball Superhero. It's kind of predicted already with the cell, a big cell and everything, androids, blah blah blah. But with this really interested with all the characters, with all new characters and everything. This is honestly much more interesting from the Dragon Ball Superhero. The only thing that make Dragon Ball Superhero can be played in theaters and cinemas in big screens is just due to the fact that they are original from Akira Toriyama, from Toyotaro, from the real company of the Dragon Ball community. While this is just fan made, that is just the difference. But if we're comparing story to story, for me this is really interesting. Even though it's more 80% to battle, yeah. Meanwhile, Dragon Ball Superhero, there's the story, there's this and that. Of course, there's not only about battling, but in comparison, for me, my preference, my personal taste, for me up till now, it's ARJ, sorry to say, in comparison to Dragon Ball Superhero, because yeah, I love the Gohan transformation, the Beast Gohan and everything, but it's just predictable. I know what's going on, but for this, it's just cool, it's just never ending, and I just so loving it. Vegeta is no longer what I was used to before finding this story. You've truly turned him into a monster and love every minute of it. I've been watching art for about 3 years now, and I've got to say he's such calm, long way home. He's getting better and better at his art, his narration, narration, and especially his writing of this story. Genuinely the best DB fan manga maker. Dude, I really hope this story has a semi-happy ending. Goku and Vegeta didn't deserve what happened to them, and even if they can't be happy, I at least hope their world can somehow be returned. I noticed something that may be a key towards a fitting ending to such wonderful story. Zeno is acting almost as if Goku is still his friend. Yeah, I know, like Zeno is still happy for Goku and everything. Is the Daishinken the real enemy that even Zeno might be looking for the Grand Priest and his angels to be wiped out, despite Zeno knowing full well Goku and Vegeta, and even the intention behind Vegeta to kill him? Why those choice words towards the Grand Priest, and with such a threat to send him back to that place that his brother was placed? I don't know, I'm just not sure Zeno is the enemy, but that's the thriller of this entire series. Arch love to go off into deep and to give us a good show. Props, man, lovingly. Yeah. From the scene with Zeno and the Grand Priest, my heart canon is now that Lucif is a brother of the Grand Priest. Yeah, maybe like fighting Lucif. I think Lucif. Yeah, I'm thinking Dai and Lucif. Daishinken and Lucif used to battle one another to amuse Zeno. That's why he loved the battle against the Daishinken and Lucif. But Dai ended up getting jealous of Lucif, so he called the 5 strongest to eliminate him or have Zeno to get rid of him. Daishinken. Yeah. I think the real enemy here is the Grand Priest, the Daishinken. Zeno knows of what Vegeta is doing. Even Vegeta get the Blade of Destruction, put him into the dimension and everything, and Zeno is just smiling. So I think if Zeno were to be returning the Hakai, it will be easy. I think. Because just see this. I mean, like, we call it, oh, a Hakai, something that will be erased from existence, blah blah blah. But when it is much stronger, even a Hakai that's so-called from God of Destruction is meaningless anyways, right? If it's much stronger, a Hakai means nothing. So a Hakai from a God of Destruction in front of Zeno is just a mere plaything. I think it can be rewind or some sort by Zeno. So I think it's just a plaything. Zeno is enjoying, like, this is like an advancement of a tournament of power. He made Goku and Vegeta suffer blah 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 because he wants to get the amusement. But once it's end, he will just return it back. He'll just give to Goku and Vegeta. And I think you need to remember of this. TOP, remember this. The thing that Zeno wants tournament of power is to eradicate the weak universes. Why? Because his game actually is not to eradicate, right? It's to entertain himself. That's number one. Number two, it's to I'll just finish this. It's to increase the power level. And three, remember what the Daishinkan said? If the wish made it on the Super Dragon Ball is only for oneself, Zeno will eradicate all of them because Zeno wish all universes to survive. His wish is only entertainment and his wish is only for all. I mean, like, if you make a wish for all to make the erased universes are back, he's happy and everything. So we know Zeno's motives is not about eradication. It's about humanity. It's about just entertainment, but he don't want to kill. But the Daishinkan is different. If he don't like, he don't like Zamasu, this empty dark place he eradicate. He don't like those stuffs. But if you're only fighting to win, but then eradication, he don't like it. Like, you get my point? I mean, like, I think the thing that he don't like is he sees what God of Destruction and angels and Daishinkan knows. Plotting. It's just overthrowing his power. It's just overusing his power, and Zeno don't like it. Like when the beerus and Champa Universe 6 tournament, when Fado said, like, oh look, Champa doesn't want to eat blah 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 blah. Zeno don't like it. Like the gods are friend of Zeno. I mean, like, that's the case. So I think this is his game plan to eradicate the Daishinkan, the gods of destruction hierarchy, also the angels. But then after it's all done, he'll show to Goku, Vegito, it's enough. I know what you want. You want your family's back. Here, I give it to you. It's just my game plan to eradicate blah blah blah. Because this is this is dark, this is bad, this is blah blah blah. This is just fine for me, but it's all over now. I'll get back, boom, and then he'll make them diffuse back at the Goku black, blah blah blah. And I think could possibly be the happy ending, but I don't know. Arch is unpredictable. When I, such as a fan, can predict something like this, it's so simple. I think it can be made into something much more unpredictable. It can be made Vegito truly become evil. Even after Zeno returned back, he don't care, he still kills Zeno, or what? Unpredictable things. Or Vegito can be the new Zeno, or there is a creature above Zeno, or there will be Lucifer, because Lucifer is mentioned every time. Will Lucifer fuse with the Daishinkan fights as a final enemy or some sort? I'm truly interested. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Till we meet again in the next reaction video. Bye.